got first period, the best, immortalized. Nice. Okay, so what we're doing now is we are doing graphing notes today for you at-home learners through the video and then everybody else here in class. Nice. So then, here we go. So what do we need to graph these equations? What do you guys think? Nice, you're talking about this guy right here? So you're saying to go up 4, and then what can any whole number be written over? 1, good. So you're going to go up. This is called the what? Starts with an S. That's it, the slope, write it down. So pick up your pen or pencils there. Pick up your pen or pencil. Go and write in your notes, S-L-O-P-E. You down with S-L-O-P-E? Yeah, you know me. O-P-P? Yeah, you know me. Other people's possessions. What the? No, just kidding. It's from a California thing. Okay, here we go. I'm from California. Did you guys know that? California knows how to party in the city. I'm from Riverside, actually. Not Compton. Not from Compton. Okay, so that's the slope. What's this guy called? That -3. Do you guys remember what it's called? Ooh, intercept, Y-intercept. Good job. So that's the Y-intercept. The Y-intercept. There we go. So that -3 there is the Y-intercept. Nice. So the Y-intercept is where you're going to G-O-I-N-G, going to start. Axis. It's going to start on the y-axis, our line. How many points do you need to make a line? How many points do you need? 2 is right. Nailed it. So that's one of our points. So that's when it's in slope-intercept form. It's real easy. So it says -3. Okay, then from that -3, we're going to go ahead and do the slope. What's the slope again? Up 4. Always nice to have 3 points. Oh. And then the best you can. Draw straight. Judge me. So you're going to draw that straight line there. Did you draw an X or Y axis? There's no camera, don't worry. Just recording the screen. Excuse me. Excellent. Good job. Nailing it right there, Anthony. Did you draw an X-axis and a Y-axis? That's it, Victoria. You got this. X-axis, Y-axis. Is that okay? Draw an X-axis, Y-axis. I forgot to tell you that, didn't I? Go ahead and draw an X-axis and a Y-axis. Thanks for printing the guided notes. Ooh, color printer. You even got the blue in there. That's sick. You can just draw a really big one. Look. You can go -10 to 10. And then we'll draw all these graphs on that one same graph. So if you're feeling lazy, we'll use the same graph for all 3 equations. Okay, you try it. You try number 2 now. Go ahead and try number 2. Ooh, that's interesting. So we have start at -5. So Jasmine, what's your favorite color? Turquoise. Ooh, I like turquoise. So we're going to start at -. And then, what do you think, Koopa? We got a slope going on. What would our slope be again? Any guesses? Did you guys know, even though I can't hear you, and you can't hear, you have to be like right here talking into this thing right here. Sorry for you at-home learners. Fast forward through it. If you just like all this downtime, just fast forward through it because they don't like downtime sometimes, I heard. I don't know. So, Cooper, so what would the slope be? Take a look there at this equation number 2. Take a guess. It's okay if you get it wrong. One of them's the slope and one of them's the Y-intercept. Yeah, the 1/2. Nice. So that's going to be 1 over 2. We just graphed the y-intercept already, so that one's done. So we're going to go ahead and put a check mark there. Now we're going to do the slope. And so what? We're going to go up 1, right, you guys? Up 1 over 2. Nice. Wow. Over 2. So that's a big E. So we're going to go at -5. We're going to go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. Not bad, right? So you notice that a whole number like 4 makes it climb really fast. And then a fraction-y fraction, that makes it go gradually, not a slope, right? Nice. There we go. Now, oh, you're going to see this on the homework. So what about number 3? That's actually called, so the first two are in, they're called slope-intercept form. And then number 3 is actually in standard form, right? Where it's x and y on the left side and a number on the right side. There's actually a fun, easy, fast way to graph those ones. That's it. Yeah. So you can make a little x-y chart like this. And how many points do you need again to make a line? How many points do you need on the graph? Yeah, you need 1. And then you don't know which way it's going to go, so then you probably need 1 more. Then you got a straight line, right? So then, all you got to do when it's in standard form is choose. Make it really easy. Choose x, choose 0 for x, and then choose 0 for y. That's called the y-intercept and the x-intercept, okay? So we're going to force it to happen. We're going to force x to be 0, and we're going to force y to be 0. And then when we plug that into the equation and solve for the other letter, we'll have our point. Does that make sense? Force x to be 0, force y to be 0. There we go. So now we're going to do it. Ready? Here we go. Remember, online learners, fast forward through this video. Because they get like, I heard I'm only supposed to do 5 or 7 or 10 minutes. It's going to be longer than that. Okay, here we go. Maybe I have to edit it. I don't know. Okay, so x, we're going to force x to be 0. So here we go. 0. Oh no, 2 times 0 is? And it goes away completely. So now we're just left with 2y equals 8. And then we can solve for y. So how do we get that 2 to the other side, you guys? How do we get that 2 to the other side? If this is gone? Divide it. Thanks. Divide it. Divide by 2, divide by 2. No. Got it. So then we get what? Y equals 4? Y equals 4. So plug in a 0. Y equals 4. There's one of our points. There's one of our points. Now I'm going to write the equation again. So 2y minus 2x equals 8. But this time I'm going to force what to be 0? Y this time. So that's going to get rid of this sucker because y is 0. And then 2 times 0 is just 0. It goes away. So then we bring down the negative 2x and the 8. And we just leave it actually. So then how do we get that negative 2 to the other side? Divide by negative. What's 8 divided by negative 2? What's 8 divided by negative 2? Negative 4. So those are our 2 points. You just graphed to a standard form where it goes x, y. That's pretty sick, right? So now we're going to go, so different color. Corbin, what's your favorite color? Red. Red is a good color. Definitely red's a good color. Okay, so then we're going to go, now we got the 2 points. Remember again, we forced our x and y's to be 0. And then we got, by plugging it in, 0 here. Divide by 2, we got 4. So then we got one of our points. So now we're going to go 0. So 0 on the x. We're going to go up 4. Nice, nice, nice. And then negative 4 is 0. So the x is negative 4. So here's the x, remember this, on the x-axis. And there's our line. Connect the dots. La, 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 la. Got it. That's graphing lines. Any questions there on that standard form graphing? Does that make sense-ish? So really an easy way to do it. If you have a graphing calculator, you have to put it in the slope-intercept form because the calculator will only do it in slope-intercept form, right? Can I show you how to use Desmos real quick? So Desmos is, I've embedded it, that sounds weird. I've embedded it into the Canvas website, which is going to be sick. So let me show that to you right now. So let's do 1/2 x minus 5. We're going to go to Desmos. There's Desmos. Now the keyboard should already be up, but if it's not, look for it. You need that. So here it is down here in the bottom left. There's the keyboard. So then keyboard. That's the wrong keyboard. What the heck? Oh, that's so weird. Oh, there it is. Okay, so now it's saying what? What do you want me to type in? What do you want me to type in? Let's do y equals 1/2 x plus 5. So we're going to go, here it is. We're going to go y. There's y. Can you find the equal sign? There it is. Probably do parentheses just in case. 1 divided by 2, close parenthesis. Notice that's trying to graph at a half now. Do you guys remember this? Y equals a number is just a straight line. So this is y equals a half, y equals 1, y equals 2. Learning in Newell's class every day. What? What letter do we need now? Oh, crap. I think you have to push the right arrow. There's the parenthesis. So it takes a little bit of getting used to it, but you'll get it. So do we need an x there? And then what was the y-intercept? Do you remember? Was it -5 or +5? Negative? Yeah, -5. There it is. So it goes through right there.
Basically just plug in the equation?
Yeah. And then it'll graph it for you. Don't even have to push the graph button. It just shows up as you do it. Beautiful. Does that make sense a little bit now, how to use Desmos? Save you some money? If you have a graphing calculator, TI-8483, that'd be awesome. The reason why is when you guys go into Canvas, let me show you. So for example, that assignment that we just published, remember? Do you want to be immortalized? The Jasmine had me published, and the whole class published it, first period. As long as you don't have your picture, then you're fine. Oh, can I record your name? Is that okay? Yeah, because you already signed my disclosure. Said that I can record you. Okay, there we go. Okay, so if you go into graphing, boom. So this is what it's going to look like for the homework, you guys. Download or the worksheet. And then this is going to be insane. I just figured out how to do this yesterday. We're talking just figured this out. So here's the assignment that you printed off, which you can go ahead and scroll through or page down, page down. Then there's Desmos. I'm so proud of myself, right? That I got Desmos in there, right? That's amazing, right? And Mallory and Hayden, you guys are proud of me too, right? Yeah, thanks for being proud of me. So there's Desmos. You can type it right in there. So while you're doing, if you have a graphing calculator though, guess what? You don't have to go to the problem, go to the calculator, find the matching, looking all over for that matching answer, right? There's lots of matching answers there. And so if you have your calculator, then you can just look at your calculator on your table there, and then just look through the answers, A, B, C, D. So it'd be faster and easier if you did have a graphing calculator. If not, just keep comparing Desmos, answer, Desmos, answer, Desmos, answer. Yeah, or copy it down on your paper, and then you can look through all the answers. Good, nice. Okay, so next one. Okay, so now we're going to look at something completely different. What's the center of what are these? Here's our next problems on your worksheet. Ready? Start writing these equations down. If you need more room, you can go to another piece of paper. What are those called? Make sure we're still recording. Still recording. Wait, no, where's the time? Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Okay, so what are these called, do you guys think? Yeah, what are they? Yeah. It starts, it's the first 4 letter of his name over there. What? What's his name? I don't want to give it away because that's the name of the worksheet. With the duck bill. Quadratic! Quade! You're famous now. Right? No, so just to give you an example, right? Just give you an example. So my name is Newbold, and there are two words in my name that are opposites of each other. Who can say that? Like short, tall, Take the B away. New and old. I'm new to you, but I'm old to other people that know me, I guess. Right? That's crazy. New old, new bold. Nice. There's a student that sits over here. His name is Tate. He's in my second or third period class. And with his last name, you can spell potato. I'm going to tell him that today. That's sick. I think it's Boddicker. Yeah. That's awesome. He has a special name. Everyone has a special name. Okay, so what are these called again? Say it again, Victoria. Quadratics. So what's the center of the quadratic called? If you had the guided notes, you'd be filling in lines right now, right? Like Ashlyn is. So make sure that you do print these off if you get that email, or just look on Canvas and you'll have guided notes. That'd be sick. But write it down, quadratic. Quadratic. Or you can just write down Quayd. Quaid. Okay, so do you get the center of the quadratic is called? The center. Starts with a V. The vertex. Nailed it. So go and write that down. That's another word to write down. Vertex. We might have that on a quiz or something. Ooh, this could be quiz material. And if you write down good notes, oh my goodness, I think you should write this down. Because I'm writing the quiz, and that would be a great quiz question, right? So go and write it down. What is the center of a quadratic called? And you're going to have to know the vertex. You have to know the word. But guess what? If it's written down and we do open notes, which we will, because it's not fair if you're an online learner and you're like, I could use open notes, suckers! Right? So you guys should be allowed open notes too then. This year is just changing all around. I'm starting to like this year. It's like easier, right? Yeah, this is sick. Okay, so anybody know the formula? What formula? Oh, the formula to find the vertex. Do you remember from last year? Do you remember? I'll give you a hint. Yeah. So to find the vertex, we do x equals, oh, you just learned it last time. X equals, not really. It's part of it though. X equals negative b, bloody, bloody, blah, blah, bloody, 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 blah, all over. X equals negative b over 2a. This is just for finding the vertex, just for finding the center of the parabola, okay? You remember this? Just for finding the center. So that specifically applies to number 5, actually. Yeah, so no, it applies to number 4 too. Okay, Newbold. Okay, so we're going to go and graph these sucker. We'll start at number 4, so go and write this down. That's it, Davis, you got this. Y equals x minus 2. Mason's got this. Y equals x minus 2 Alexa times x plus 4. So go and write that down. So what's really cool is that that's been factored for you, okay? That's already in factored form for number 4. And so we're just going to set those equal to what? Favorite color besides red? So we're going to go and set each one equal to what again? Basically you're setting the y equal to this number. You're forcing y to be what? 0. Good job. When you do that, that means you're trying to find the graph on the x-axis. Where is the graph touching on the x-axis? The graph. Okay, so where is it crossing through there? So you set equal to, and so then you just do the opposite sign, right? Opposite sign. So you get x equals 2. And is it negative 4? Half. So that's going to be over 2. And over here, negative 4. Write this down. Oh, go ahead and draw an x-axis and a y-axis real quick if you haven't already done so. Nice. X-axis and y-axis. Isabella. Excellent. Draw an x-axis. Good job. Draw an x-axis and a y-axis. So you can draw a really big 10 by 10 if you want to and use it on all 3 pictures, or you can do their own separate graphs. Up to you. I'll leave that up to you on your notes there. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so now we just need the, oh, this is a cool thing. I just discovered this. This is really cool. Question first. You can. Are they here? Are they here? Sweet. Is your like mom or dad brought it or? Sweet. See you in 2 seconds. So this is really cool. Before you go, wait, before you go, Davis, look, because you're going to be right back anyways. Ready for this? We could count it. We could count over 2 and over 2, over one more. It's going to be negative 1. That's amazing. So x equals negative 1 is going to be our x value. So it's going to be along here somewhere. That's also called the axis of symmetry. And then you plug it back into the equation to get the y value. And then go grab that Chrome tablet. Isn't that cool though? That's cool. That's really cool. I just like, there's no book. You just thought about it. Right? So we're going to take negative 1. And we're going to go ahead and plug it back in now into here, into the equation. So negative 1 minus 2 is a negative 3. Negative 1 plus 4 is a positive 3. So what's negative 3 times 3? Negative 9. So that's going to be where your vertex is. Got your. You can now draw the parabola. And you can draw the parabola. The quadratic. So we're going to go negative 1 down to negative 9. Way down here. There we go. And then let's choose a beautiful color for that one. Which one should we choose? Like hot magenta? Ooh. Okay, so we're going to go from negative 9. That didn't work. Why did not work? Oh, push OK. Okay, so we're going to go. There we go. There's our parabola. And then through the other. So you have to go through the X-Intercepts there. And there's number 4. Boom. Parabola. Making sense for that weird one where it's already factored for you? That's for where it's already factored for you, okay? So that one we can go over here. We can even write it out. That'd be special to write it out. Y, oh, I'm doing it. You should probably do it. Y equals, and that's your x minus 2. And that's your x plus 4. That's the equation. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, so the other one now, we can use the B formula. Okay, use the B formula. Go Bees. I do live in that region. Bucks Elder, stinking beat us if volleyball is here. That's okay. Hey, Weber wins, I win. Bucks Elder wins, I win, because I live there. So Bear River, or no, I live in Bear River. Yeah. Oh, not Bear River High School. Okay, so number 5. I drive to Weber though, because I love Weber. Weber's the best. Okay, so number 5. What's the formula again? X equals plus or minus. So that's the formula. So what's our A, B, and C? What do you think, Mason? Can you see? Oh, that's invisible just to let you know. So I'll give you a hint there. So A is 1, and then Mason or Alexa, what do you think the B value is? And the C value. Ooh, 2 is close. 2 is close. Oh, you're already doing the formula. Good job. What's just the B value out of this equation? First, you got to identify the B value, right? What's B equal out of this equation? So A is going to be 1. A is going to be 1. It goes AX squared, right, plus BX plus C. Do you remember this formula there? So what's the B value? What do you think, Mason? Yeah, negative 4. And then the C value is 8, which we probably won't need. But we definitely need our A and our B to do our formula. Again, what the freak is this formula? It's to find the vertex. Okay, so we're going to do x equals negative. What? Negative B? Negative. But what if B is negative? Well, then it's negative. It's a negative. So it's a positive. A was the 1 there. So now divided by 2. Nice. Okay, so that is our x value of our vertex. Okay, so we're going to say that's our vertex. That's our vertex. We have an x there. That's a 2. Now we just need the y value. How do we find the y value again? Raise your hand. Good, Anthony. Plug the x value into the equation to get the y. Look, y. It's right here. So y equals, right? Y equals, well, we know. Okay, so then we plug in a 2. And so 2 squared, what's 2 squared? 4. Ooh, good job. Let's see if you're right. Minus 4 times 2 is a negative 8 plus 8. Are you saying the 8's cancel out, Anthony? They do. So just a 4. Anthony, what's your favorite color? Yeah, what shape? Right, go light or go home. So we're going to do over 2 up 4. That's going to be our vertex, right? The center of our parabola. So we're going to go over 2 up 4. Nailed it. Now, how do we find where it crosses on the x-axis and y-axis? And then we could draw our parabola. What do we have to do again to find our x-axis and our y-axis? I'll give you a hint. Ready? What's that called? Parentheses. What's that called when you have 2 of them? Sorry for you people at home. I was just making the sign with my hand, but we'll draw it now for you. What's that called again? 2 sets of parentheses indicates that you're going to factor it. In every lesson I said we're going to factor. I wasn't lying. So come see me if you stink of factoring, or Google Meet with me and I'll help you learn how to factor. Okay, so what does this factor into? Factors into x and x. And then what are factors of 8, you guys? 2 and 4, 1 and 8. Uh-oh. Please don't be the quadratic. Let's see here. So say we do factors, so it could be 1 and 8, but that does not give you a negative 4. Oh, crap. So we're probably going to be maybe 2 and 4 is 8. Is there anything else? Are there any other factors of 8, please? Stupid. Okay, we got this. So the problem is that we want to, maybe let's say, we want it to be negative. So then we make the bigger number negative maybe, and then positive 2. And that's a 2x when you multiply them together, and a negative 4x, and that's going to be crap. Because negative 4x and a positive 2x is negative 2x, which is not what we needed. So 5 is about to make me cry. So 5, we can't factor it, so we probably have to use the quadratic formula. Or complete the square. What would you rather do? Yeah, complete the square, right? So why don't we try completing the square with this sucker? That means we go ahead and send the 8 over to the other side and make it negatives. So we have negative 4x, send the negative 8 over to the other side. You remember this with the blanks? Yeah. Then take the negative 4, divide by 2, and square it. So negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2, and then we're going to square that sucker and give us a positive 4 there and there. Do you remember complete the square? I'm going a little bit faster on it now. Question? Oh, did it factor right? Did I make a mistake somewhere? Oh, it did? Like into whole numbers? Yeah, tricky. Keep thinking about that one, because that's tricky. So this is going to go ahead and complete the square. I'm going to do a bit darker for you people in the back to see. So complete the square now, and so that's going to factor into x and x, and then 4 factor. Wow, still doing light blue. Stupid. There we go. Okay, so x and x, and then factors of 4 is going to be 2 and 2, and they both have to be negative. So now, and then this is going to be negative 8 with a positive 4. Negative 8 with a positive 4 is negative 4. Good. And then how many x minus 2's do I have? I have 2 of them. So we write it twice. Remember, complete the square? And now we're going to square root both sides. Aha! That's why. This is a freaking ridiculous one. So when you square root both sides, you get x minus 2 is equal to the square root of negative 4. And can you have a negative in a radical? You can, but what does it become? There it is. Can you imagine it? It's right there. Can you see it? It's imaginary. So we're going to pull. is that the vertex is above the graph, right? It's above the x-axis. It's imaginary. It did not cross on the x-axis anywhere. So if I was going to take this and just plug it into Desmos to see what it looks like, here's what it would look like, because that's hard to graph. 2 plus 2i, 2 minus 2i. So it was where again? Our vertex was 2, 4, which is up here. And I think it's going to be probably around here, going, no, it's not going to go down. So we'll take a look and use our calculator at that point. I know, right? Who gave us this? Guided notes. Okay, so here we go. So push the X to clear that one. Ooh. Here's how you do the powers thing on Desmos, okay, guys? So y equals x and then squared. Look, there's a parabola. Oh, hi, parabola. What was the rest of the equation? Did you write it down? I forgot it already. What was the... Thanks! Minus 4x plus 8. It's way up there. Imaginary x-intercepts does not exist. Stupid! Because it didn't cross the x-axis anywhere. So that's why it's imaginary. So we'll just choose a point. Can you see a point? I see a point. Right there. 3, 5. 3, 5, and 1, 5. 3, 5, and 1, 5 is our 2 points using our graphing calculator. So to be honest, if you were taking 1050, 1060 next year and they made you freaking graph this by hand, you would, I'll be honest with you, you would simply do an XY chart and you'd come up with 1 and 2 and 3 and you'd get the 5. And then that's it, and then you'd graph that sucker. So over 1 up 5, over 3 up 5, and then you do your parabola. That was evil. Okay, this one. So number 6, go and try number 6. It's just negative x squared plus 4. It's actually going to be pretty easy because we could use a transformation on this one and not have to plug anything in, not have to factor anything. Like you can just look at that and know. I love this one, number 6. So again, it's negative x squared plus 4. So if you just think about x squared, right? For those online learners, I'm making a parabola sign with my hands. So go like this. And so which way would it shift? What does that 4 make you do? That 4 on the outside? Makes it shift up 4. Good. Up 4. And then what does the negative make it do? Upside down. Right? Upside down. So let's do that one. Austin, what's your favorite color? Bam. So we'll circle that in red. So again, we're taking parabola, and we're shifting up 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the negative, you guys hear what Austin said, what the negative does? The negative makes it go what? Say down. 3, 2, 1. Down. The negative makes it go down. So that means we're going to go down 1, over 1, down 1, back 1, and then we're just going to go down. You guys okay for parabolas and quadratics? Parabolas and quadratics. Done. We're almost done. So the last thing we're going to look at is number 7 and 8. But was there any questions so far? Any questions? Go ahead. You'll benefit everybody because other people are thinking of questions and they're not asking. So you might be brave, like Kendall and Jasmine. You'll be brave and ask any questions. Is that a lot of stuff? I'm recording this. You could rewind me and watch it again and hear my voice. Wouldn't that be beautiful? And you could hear Jasmine's voice too.
Okay.
See? So watch the video again. If you like, if this all this looks like jumbled mess, then watch it again when you get home. And remember our class forever. Oh, in your heart. In your heart. Okay, next one. Last one. What the giraffe? What kind of giraffe are these? What kind of giraffes are these? When you see 3 and then 2 and then do the x power, what kind of graph do you guess it might be? I'll give you a hint. It's what I want my savings account to do. If I could only have this interest rate. Yeah, what's that called? Good job. Exponential. It's exponential. Write it down. Good job, Rooster. So these are called exponentials. Now there's different kinds of these, and we're actually going to go into more details of these like later on in the year, like at the end of the year. So I don't know why they're making us review these now, but they are. So these are called exponential graphs. So you have exponential growth, right? Exponential growth, which goes like this. But then you also have like negative growth that goes like this. Oh, decay. Let's do decay. Good job, Anthony. So let's do another picture there. Let's do another picture. So this is called growth right here, if it lets me. Write this down, write this down. That's growth. And then we have, so decay actually goes like this, right, Anthony? Decay goes downward and slowly approaches 0. And then you have the negative. And the negative growth is basically still growing. So negative growth is like, whatchamacallit, like credit card debt. That's evil, right? So negative growth is where you're like growing exponentially, but you're growing exponentially, but you're growing into the negative numbers. Negative growth. That's wicked. Wicked. Okay, so those are the three things: growth, decay, and negative growth. Cool. Okay, so first you want to identify the Y something. The Y something. I'll let Andrew and Ashlyn think about it. The Y something. Just makes me feel better having all that fresh air in here for you. Nice. Okay, so we already talked about it with equations. What do you think, Andrew? What do you think, Ashlyn? What's that called? The Y? Like when you're playing football. Anybody play football in here? Raise your hand. Right? Yeah, that was fun. So the Y-interception. So we're looking for the Y. Identify the Y-intercept. The HA, the ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. 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 What's HA stand for? Write it down, write it down. The horizontal. I'm going to say a bad word. Cover your ears. Asymptote. So the horizontal asymptote, and so I originally, my first year, Jasmine, I was like, I spelt it with 2 S's, and everyone laughed at me. And I'm like, that's how you spell it. And then we Googled it, and it's only 1 S. And I didn't know I was spelling asymptote wrong. So I had to learn the lesson there. Whew. Turn this off for a second. That was just an in-class special. Okay, so then we have D or G, right? D or G. What is D or G? I actually have no clue. I haven't seen this for a year. Yeah, dog and goat. Whoa, who said that? Yeah, Victoria. Good job. It's decay or growth. I completely forgot. Thank you. So go and write that down. It's decay. And there's negative growth too, is a special circumstance where it goes down. Okay, so what do you think number 7 is going to be? Growth or decay? Yeah. Hey, maybe that's why they call it when you have a lump and it's a growth. Ugh. And hopefully it doesn't keep growing exponentially. Okay, so growth. And so it is going to be growth. So to find the Y-intercept, you just probably plug in 0 for X and see what happens, right? Because we're going here. And watch this part, watch this part. We're going. So if we force X to be 0, the Y-intercept, which is what you need for exponential growth graphing. So we're going to go ahead and plug in 0 for X. Then what's, oh, this is a tricky one now. So maybe you know it. Do you remember Haley? Do you remember Quaid? Do you remember? Ashlyn, do you remember? What's anything to the 0 power? Show me with your hands. Anything to the 0 power is? Good job for those of you that said 1. So we're going to go ahead and do 2 to the 0 power. And so 2 to the 0 power, so 3 times, now it's 1. Now it's 1. Okay, there we go. So then what's 3 times 1? Just 3. So we did a chart. chart there. We plugged in 0 for x to find the y. Why did it just move towards me? Intercept. It's like a ghost in here, I swear. Some portable ghost. Some teacher that died in here in a portable, and then they moved the portable to our school. Ooh. Okay, so plug in a 0 for x, and then 2 to the 0 power is 1, and then so that's just going to be 3. So 0, number 7. And then to graph this sucker, you want to look at the horizontal asymptote. The horizontal asymptote, the HA, is just a number off to the side, which in this case is just 0. There's just nothing there off to the side. Okay, it doesn't shift up or down. So that means that we're going to go not bad, not bad. Exponential, not bad. What do you think the half is going to do in front of the 4? What do you think the half is going to do in front? Yeah, say it again. It could. I think it could decay. I think we should get investigative with our graphing calculator. You can still plug in 0. Plug in 0, so then you get 4 to the 0 power is just 1. And then we have 1/2 times 1 is just a half. That's our Y-intercept. Thinking it might be decay. If you don't have a graphing calculator because you're taking 1050, 1060 next year, then you want to do an XY table basically. Positive 1. And then 0 is to find your Y-intercept. So this is going to get freaky deaky on you. Hold on, be careful. So when you put anything to the negative 1, flip the 4 upside down. So the 4 is going to go in the bottom. So instead of 4, it'll be 1/4. What's that called? It starts with an R. The reciprocal. Good job. So that's going to become 1/8. So add negative 1. Exponential growth. Still might be. Let's see. When you plug a 1 in, right? 4 to the first power is 4, and then 4 times a half. It's still some of us grow later in life, and that's okay. Okay, there we go. Now the last one does have 1/4 inside the exponential power. So then, Austin, what do you think that one will probably be? Probably decay, I'm going to guess. Just to show you how to do it on Desmos. So, because that'll be embedded in the websites. So here's Desmos. Going to pull up my calculator. We'll start a new one. So we're going to do, whoa. So we're going to, what the devil did you do? New build? I don't know. Why does it keep doing that? Sorry. Why is it doing? I don't know. I want the tools to graph, please. Oh, there it is. It came up when I tapped in there. Okay, so you're going to do y. Then you're going to do equals. And then what was it again? Did you see the equation? 5 times 1/4 to the x power. Ready? So we're going to do 5 parentheses 1 divided by 4. Cool. Right arrow. Don't forget your right arrow. Don't forget your right arrow. And then to the, wait for it, a to the b. A to the b, you guys. Then the x. It is decay. It is decay. Look at that. It is decay. And so it crosses at 5. So we cross that 5 right here. Hold on, hold on. And then you come down and do decay. Beautiful. Everyone say goodbye to those learners. 3, 2, 1. Say goodbye. 3, 2, 1.